Hey folks, welcome back to another Bottom 5 right here on the Dice Tower. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this is going to be our Bottom 5. That is to say, our numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 tile placement games.
And by tile placement, we mean they got to be made out of ceramic?
Nope.
Or porcelain?
Nope.
That's it.
Nope.
No,
that is not true. We are not going to split hairs about what constitutes a tile. We're not here to do that. He might.
No, I'm not.
But I'm not here to do that. So you might say, you're not placing tiles. You're right, but it's still tile placement, the mechanism that's there. So that's what I'm focusing on, and I think JT is going to be doing the same thing. We're going to focus on the mechanism of placing something on the board in order to do something in the game.
Yep.
Clear as mud. So what we do on these lists is we also share our combined average weight of our entire list. All 10 of my games.
Low is low.
There's
a lot of low tile placement.
All 10 of my games average at 2.12.
Nice. Mine's not much different. 2.55.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, that's really low.
Yeah,
oh,
tile placements.
Dang, that's low too.
Yep.
I was like, man, I hope my average is 2 or above.
I was like, man, that's dragging my average down. That's dragging my average down. That's dragging my average down. Yeah,
but,
no, that's fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of now my heaviest is a 2.95. It's almost a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then my lowest is a 1.68.
I got a 3.86.
Oh, what?
And a 1.85, which is the same as your 1.86, just at a different day, I think, when we picked it. Maybe. Who knows?
You had an almost 4?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I also tried to do...
Oh, I forgot about
tile games that, the tile is obviously a big portion of the game.
Sure.
But I tried to mix in several different types of things the best I could. Easy list.
Yes. This was an easy list to make. Ton of games. I stopped at, I think, 19 or 20 because I figured that's enough to come up with a top 10. I also, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but I feel like it's an honorable mention, the OG tile placement game.
Don't say Carcassonne.
It's Carcassonne.
It is the OG.
It's not on my list.
That's fair. It's not on my list either.
It's not on my list, but we got to give props where props are due.
But they definitely had a lot of tile placement games on the list that were like, "Whoa, that's tile placement!" Like I had to remember when you placed a tile in that game. Well, and I don't think Terraforming Mars is a tile placement game, by the way. It's a card. You do have a few tiles.
You do place a tile out there.
That is not a tile placement game in my brain. So
absolutely not.
But they were worse offenders than that one.
Sure. My number 10 is a game that I foresee growing on this list because I've only played it, I think, 3 times. Mm-hmm. But I've really enjoyed each of the times that I've played. And I can see this growing on me some more, but it is a brand new game also. It just came out this year.
Okay.
Vikings. And
I didn't think about this one.
It has an extra O in there that it doesn't really need. It's called Loot.
I didn't think about... Well, I did think about this
Loot.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what you're doing here is your Viking clan is landing on this foreign shore, and you are... basically trying to build up your village, fiefdom, kingdom, whatever you want to call it, jarldom. Maybe that's the best way to put it. And
you're your jarl dumb. You'll get your head chopped off.
I didn't call my jarl dumb. But so what you're trying to do is you're trying to place your Vikings onto the main board so that you can collect resources and take over buildings. And then you're going to be taking those resources and or buildings and putting them on your player board, and that's where you're trying to build up your village. So let's just call it a village. Mm-hmm. And you're trying to place things on your village in such a way that it will be able to score points for different things. And you score points at the end of the game. Whoever has the most points is the winner. But I really enjoy the simplicity of this game. I think there is a huge focus on tile placement in it because that's all you're doing on your village. You're not really doing any tile placement out here, But the main thing that you're doing on your board and the main way that you score points is figuring out how best to place those tiles in the right spaces. And once you place something on your board, it can't move around.
It's a really nice spatial puzzle with all of those different pieces.
Absolutely.
Just continuing to pile next to each other.
That's
it's
right.
Good spatial puzzle. Yeah.
I actually opened up a mini expansion that we didn't play with. And it comes with another special action tile. And it's a catapult.
Oh, nice.
So
you can shoot the other guys.
You can use that, and you can place a dude anywhere on the map. Doesn't have to be adjacent to a longboat or.
So do you get it as a fourth one, or you get random 3?
No, it's a fourth one.
Nice.
So you get 4 in there.
That's cool.
So it's a really fun game, and I'm really enjoying it. That's why it's number 10. It squeaked in because I'm really enjoying it right now. So it's kind of like a hot 10 right now. So that's my number 10. Loot.
That's a good number 10. My number 10. Oh, by the way, let's see. Before we start out.
Uh-oh. How many? Okay, how many?
2 crossovers.
2?
2.
Only 2?
Only 2.
I think we might have more than that.
Oh, okay.
I think we might have more.
All
I know
right.
there's one that better be on your list. If it isn't, who are you and what did you do with
There you go.
JT?
Maybe it wasn't made out of ceramic. My number 10 is a really cool game, and honestly, the reason it's my number 10 is because I haven't played it enough. But I really enjoy the thought process of it. I really enjoy, and I think this game actually could climb as well. And this is World Wonders.
Oh,
In World Wonders, you're building your little.
dang it! I forgot one.
You forgot one?
Yeah,
That's one of our crossovers.
Dang
Gone.
gone.
Anyways, you're building an ancient
Dang it.
city. You're putting libraries in there and housing buildings and
Yeah.
all of these
This is a
different
great
things,
game.
as well as roads. And you're trying to. It's a very spatial puzzle, but not only a tight puzzle, but you have to build out from a specific point, and spread out unless you build towers and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But and at the same time, you're trying to get the world wonders themselves, which are these cool little
3D pieces.
3D
Wood.
pieces, wood pieces that you get to put right on there.
Yep.
That fit right on your grid. They're really cool. This game I haven't played enough. I look forward to playing it. I did buy a copy a couple months ago. I look forward to playing this more.
I'm an idiot.
But this is a great game.
Yes, absolutely is.
So
this should have been on my list. It was not. I looked at 1,000 games.
Ooh-wee.
I always do. I always
Sure.
go 10 pages deep. So I guess I just scroll too
you
fast.
missed this one. World
Missed it.
Wonders
Dang it! I
is a
should've.
really, really good game.
Yes, it is. Highly agree.
Yep.
Well done. My number 9 really should probably be World Wonders, but geez, I'm stupid. Anyway, Kohaku. Kohaku is a great tile placement game, but it's really simple. This one is, I think, it's my lightest game.
Yeah,
1.68, super light. You're basically just taking 2 tiles per turn. You have to take 1 koi tile and 1 element tile and put them into your grid where you want to put it, and you're building your koi pond up. And if you can get the copy that has acrylic tiles, that's really the one that really sings the most on the table. But if you get the ones that have cardboard tiles, it's just as good as far as gameplay is concerned. It just doesn't look as nice on the table, that's all. But it's just a really fun, easy to teach game that is just very enjoyable, and it's nothing but tile placement. That's all this game is. There's other mechanisms in there like set collection. You're trying to collect a certain number of things. Some of the tiles are looking for a certain number of things in the row and or column that they're sitting in. There's those kinds of things. There's pattern building and all that kind of thing in there as well. But all of that is siphoned through tile placement. So it's a great little game, and I think if you like tile placement, this is one that would probably be right down your alley.
Very nice. My number 9 might be, I didn't check this, but it might be the lightest Uwe Rosenberg game. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, this is your 4?
No, this is a 1.87.
Oh!
Called Nova Luna. And I know there's a couple different ones. There's gosh dang it, there's a Framework one. I think it's called Framework that came out after Nova Luna. And Nova Luna is a great game.
What's the weight of this one?
1.87.
It's not his lightest.
Oh, okay. I didn't put New York Zoo on here. That's a spoiler. Sorry. But Nova Luna from 2019. In Nova Luna, you are drafting tiles or you're pulling tiles. They have a moon track that goes on, and it has that mechanism where whoever's furthest back on the time track gets to go first, and you move. If you move 2 spaces to get a tile, and it only costs you a certain amount, your tiles or your piece is only going to move so far. So you might actually get a couple turns in a row before you catch up to the other people and stuff like that. So it has this nice. I really like that, and I think Framework, which is the next one, doesn't have that. So that's kind of why I've stuck with Nova Luna. But you're just drafting these little square tiles, and they all want adjacent colors. Like this one might need 3 adjacent blues to score, and when it scores, you're going to put a little piece on there, and you keep on going. But you're matching all of these different scorings as they're building out, and you have so many different places to play. But whoever gets rid of their 20 tokens, I think it is, first wins. I mean,
okay.
It's just a really cool little. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
At 1.87, but it's just got this really cool puzzle and matching all these colors. And
You said Uwe Rosenberg, right?
yes.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Not his lightest. According to
Not
the
as
geek.
light as. All right.
According to the geek, at least.
Fair. That's
I don't know how I know that.
I think the geek is the only place that's going to tell you.
Maybe so. All right, my number 8 is also a new one, and that's another thing that I've kind of been digging into this genre, I guess we'll call it.
Cult of the New.
This mechanism, and a lot of these are newer
there's a
games.
lot of them. Yeah.
And a lot of them are coming out. So
there's a lot of them coming
this list is heavily newer games. And I apologize, but I mean Kohaku isn't new, but that's probably the only one. This one came out about a year and a half ago, I guess, and this one's called Northgard: Uncharted Lands, and this has the moniker of being a 4X game, but it's a super light 4X game. Has all of those 4Xs as elements in the game, but it's on a super light, very welcoming level to an extent. And the reason I say that is because at some point this game can get fairly cutthroat.
Oh yeah.
And that's putting it nicely.
At many points.
Yes, at many points it can get really cutthroat. So it does have the ability to eliminate people off of the board. Now they'll be able to come back onto the board, but if that happens to somebody, the likelihood of them coming back and winning from that is pretty low.
Pretty low.
They're still involved in the game, so it's not exactly player elimination, but it does feel pretty nasty. But the tile placement for this game comes in the exploration of the 4Xs, where you're building the board out. And that is one of the ways where I feel, while it's not a main mechanism because you have a lot of other things going on, it definitely feels like a core mechanism.
Yeah, absolutely. And this didn't make my list, but it came very, very close.
Sure.
Very close.
So I really enjoyed it. It's got a great artwork. It's got a lot of great little things. I don't think you should ever not use the expansion of the creatures. So you should always use that, because that provides a little bit of buffer between you and everybody else, so that you're not able to really kind of knock somebody out really fast. But it's a great game, and I enjoy it a lot. And again, it's Vikings, so that's 2 Viking games so far.
2 in a row?
Yep, 2 in a row.
Or
Well,
2 out
not
of
2
3.
in a row, 2 out of 3.
No, it's a good pick, for sure. My number 8 is by Gigamic. Well, you like them.
Gigamic.
Gigamic?
Whatever.
Gigamic.
I think it's
Gigamic. I don't know. Anyways, it's a game called Acropolis.
Oh.
In Acropolis, you're drafting tiles, like in Cascadia or Aqua or any of those other ones. But you're drafting tiles. You can pay stone to draft it deeper into the tile set. But you're drafting tiles, and you're building a little Greek city. And in your Greek city, you're going to have markets and temples and housing districts and everything else. And they each have different ways of scoring. Like your housing units want to all be connected together in the biggest bunch as possible, and your military outposts want to be on the outside with air, whatever else. And then there's a multiplication factor based on plazas of the same color in these stars. But it's just really cool. You're just building a little Greek city and trying to organize it the best you can. You can stack on top of the ones below. And if you stack on quarries, you get more stones, so you can go deeper into the queue. So just has all these cool little mechanics. It's not a heavy game. 1.78, actually, I think it's the lightest game on my list.
1.78, that's
yeah,
light.
that's pretty easy.
Light.
Yeah.
That's pretty simple.
But it's a really fun little game.
Yeah. It's got a lot of cool ways to score points in it. That's what I remember liking about it. When I saw it on the list,
I like the look of it.
I figured it was going to be on your list.
Yep.
So that's a good pick. All right, my number 7, clocking in at 1.85 for complexity.
Now we're cooking.
This is one that is near and dear to us here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's one that a lot of people like. It's very, very popular. That is Cascadia. Tile placement, spatial organization, all of that plays into this one. You're basically building out your little biomes within the ecosystem of the Pacific Northwest. You're building out your grasslands and your fields and your, I don't remember the names of all of them, your mountains, your lakes and all of that other kind of stuff, and oceans. And you're populating all of those biomes with creatures as well. And you're scoring points based on how those individual creatures are going to be scoring points based on the scoring card that was chosen for the game. It also has the landmarks expansion, landmarks expansion that I got it wrong the last time we talked about.
You did?
Yes. I said landscapes.
Oh, and then you
and
changed
then you
it.
corrected me. Yeah. But anyway, which I think I'm not ready to say that you should just jump in with the landmarks expansion right off the bat. But
if you're with gamers,
if you're with seasoned gamers, yes,
you
I think just go ahead and play with the landmarks expansion. It provides that extra little oomph that Cascadia is probably needing for seasoned gamers.
To make
with
it a
new
1.92.
Yeah, it might top 2, but no, this is a great little game, and it's all about tile placement and knowing where to put it into your tableau. And it's got a cool draft mechanism that's going on as well. I just really enjoy this game a lot.
Yep, it's going to be around forever.
I think so. I think it's going to be an evergreen. So that is my number 7, Cascadia.
My number 7 is just like your number 7, but not Cascadia.
I know what it is.
You do? What is it?
Aqua.
No.
What?
No, it's not just like it. It's almost like it, because you're grabbing tiles, you're drafting tiles, and you're putting them on your board, and then you're either filling them with predators or prey. Gods love dinosaurs.
Yeah, I have never played this one.
You'd have. You played at my house.
Did I?
I taught it to you when, oh my gosh, your oldest son.
Michael.
Not Michael, the other son. I'm sorry. The one in the military.
Oh, David.
Yeah, when David was here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we played it at my house. That was a while ago, probably a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. So what
Sorry.
I'm hearing is it's forgettable.
No, that's rotten. Rotten. In this game, you're drafting tiles that have different biomes on them. And you are collecting, based on what's on there, you're collecting different prey or predators or you end up with dinosaurs. But the whole point of the game is to feed the dinosaurs. So you need the prey to come out on your board, and this little frogs and rabbits and things like that. And once a row of tiles is drafted, whatever creature's on the bottom gets to activate. So if it's rabbits, then they get to spread throughout their biome. So if they're in the plains, you get another rabbit for every rabbit you have, so they're populating.
Wow.
And if it's a tiger, then the tiger moves, I think, 2 spaces in any direction, and he eats prey.
Yeah.
And if he eats more than one prey, he gets to make a new tiger. So now you're populating the predators. At the same time, when the dinosaur goes off, you got this little cool meeple T-Rex in the middle. When he goes off, then he has to walk from a mountain to another mountain, trying to eat things on the way. And if he doesn't eat anything on the way, he starves to death, and you lose your dinosaur. But if he eats a predator, then you get an egg. And the eggs is all that matters. Eggs is points.
It's starting to come back.
Yeah, so it's a really cool little game.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because not only you're drafting, I mean that you are drafting and creating tile and managing your animals within them based on the tile draft.
Yeah.
But when you draft off of a different row, like I may not want to draft rabbits right now because I'm not quite set up for them.
Yeah.
So Sam might draft that last tile so that my rabbits don't get to do much, or whatever. So it's a really cool game.
That's cool.
Kind of flew under the radar, Pandasaurus though. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And
does not shock me at all that
good
Pandasaurus
production
made that
quality.
game.
Yeah, super fun.
Well done. All right, my last one for this list, my number 6, is a Vincent to Trait game. I say that like he's the designer. He isn't. He's just the artist. But artistry is a very important thing for me in games. I really think that games that look good are more fun to play.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. But this one is from Thunderworks Games, and that is called Tenpenny Parks. Tenpenny Parks is a really cool game where you are basically building up your own theme park, or what else would you call them? They're called theme parks,
That's
right?
what it is, yeah. Theme park, for sure.
Yeah, theme parks. So, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to build your theme park, and you're going to be populating with the different rides that people are going to be attracted to your theme park for, but you're also trying to attract different smaller things throughout the course of the game that concession stands and toy vendors and all of this other kind of stuff, smaller things. But it's a really neat game, and it's got a lot of quirkiness about tile placement. Usually tile placement games, adjacency is really important. But in this one, adjacency is actually a bad thing. You can't place.
You cannot place. You have to
can't
place corners only.
Yeah, you have to only touch by corners. That's the only way that you can do it. So that was a neat little quirk.
You have to expand your board. That's another interesting thing.
Yes.
You have to. Your board is very tight, so you have to expand your board.
It's very Zulareddish, Zularedo-ish.
Yep.
In that where you really do have to expand your board in order to fit the things that you want to fit onto it in order to score more points. Really enjoy this game, and it looks beautiful on the board after you have everything set up, and it just has a lot of really neat things going on for it. So it's my number 6, Tenpenny Parks.
I honestly think I thought this was on my list. It must have ended up at 11.
Oh,
it must have come off. It's a good game, really good game. All right, my number 6, the last one for this game or for this list, or this video.
Yep.
Is a crossover.
Oh,
I think our only one so
already,
far.
huh?
Probably our only one that we're going to have.
Already, it's got to be Cascadia.
It's got to be Cascadia.
Yep.
It's Cascadia. Everything you said, plus some. Cascadia is a great tile placement game, and like I said, it'll be around for a long time. So.
Yeah, I think so. It's just going to be one of those games that just people are just going to continue playing it because it's that great. I think it really is timeless, and that, and I think a lot of tile placement games are probably feel timeless.
True.
And I guess what I mean by that is that it's going to feel like it's new no matter how old it is.
Unless you wear off all the symbols because you played it too much. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think you're probably right. But I think Cascadia is going to be around for a long time.
I agree, especially with that with the landmarks. With the landmarks
and the next 4 expansions that are coming out.
It's probably going to happen.
Who knows?
Yeah,
dinosaurs. I'm voting for dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs? Yeah. There's no dinosaurs up here. There's no dinosaurs up here. Anyway, all right. Well, that is our 10 to 6, our bottom 5 tile placement games. You can go over to the Flipside. That's where JT and I usually put up more content, and we are going to be putting our top 5 tile placement games up over there. It's live right now. You can go check it out as soon as you get done watching this video. Thank you for joining us. Let us know in the comments below what you think. Let us know what your list is.
Yep.
We'd love to hear from you, and we'll respond, we promise. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side.
And we're on the dice tower, but see you later.